Okay, namaste everyone. This is a experiment recording what we are seeing today. I just thought that we could do a YouTube live event and still be able to interact with an audience. So this is what I'm trying to do, and let me do a quick screen share to record what I have tried so far. So this, what you see is a community post. This is the community for which, of which I am a moderator. Um, and I created a post in the YT live category. Now, the idea was to have one. Can you all see my mouse at all? No? Okay, now. Yeah, the idea was to create a post like this where the commenting is disabled deliberately so that you don't scroll off the bottom of this thing and the video goes off the screen. So since it is positioned like that, you can play the video here and have another post which is which there's no control where this appears, but when there are two posts under a category, they appear side by side or one below the other anyway. Yeah, Roland, you wanted to say something?
No, you're doing fine.
Yeah, so this is the idea, and I said, I'm saying as you watch the YouTube live video on the side of this post, please put your comments here. So for this particular post, I have allowed the comments to be made, and for this post here, I have disabled the comments by clicking on this, and yeah, now it is saying I can enable. Previously it was saying disable, so I clicked on disable. I also clicked on disable resharing, so I didn't want this itself to be reshared. So that's the whole idea. So now, and Monica Schmitz has been commenting on this, as you can see here. um, she saw this post and I think she did a +1. Then I said this comment doing some tests, and so please put your comments and so on. And then she says I'm out of town, but all that. So, but there is one problem that we have discovered so far. Uh, unless you refresh this screen, this browser tab itself, new comments will not appear here. So, which is a there's no point if there's no point in doing it like this, because I would see what I see so far. Anything else added later on does not show up unless I refresh the browser. When I refresh the browser tab, this YouTube that is playing here would stop. And once you refresh, you lose the place there where up to what point you were watching, you'd lose that. And uh, looks like this is not, unless they may do some changes, not going to be easy way to engage with the community. And another thing I found was Let me go back to previously when I tried to create a post and when I clicked on this here, it used to give me where I wanted to go, and it also used to give me a drop down list of which category within that community I want to post this uh, post. But that option is missing now, which means either Google engineers have done some changes which has broken this, or they are doing some changes to make it different, and we are seeing this halfway point. So it's like you're watching a dish being prepared. Cooking is in progress.
Oh, wow.
Maybe that's my thinking. So I don't know. So um, I'm going to discard this post. There's no point. Let's go back to the community. And if I go to YT Live, and let's just for the sake of, I think I'll have to mute for a minute and hit this play button. uh, I'm going to do that. I'm going to mute myself and hit the play button and see what happens.
Yeah, it looks like it's live. It's transmitting just fine then from the YTL page. Yep. So,
Yeah, it seems to be transmitting fine from the category, and it is playing there. But if I refresh, let me refresh the browser. Let me play it again, keep playing it, and then refresh the browser and see what happens. I think it's going to stop, and
you will, you know.
yeah, let me do that.
By the way, while you're doing that, do you have the option? Did you do this through Unified Chat or did you not do this through Unified Chat? Okay. Because in my
See,
browser,
I did not do it through. I did not do it through the. I have not used the unified chat yet. So
well, see,
it is installed here, so I can try it next step. But yeah,
wait a minute.
uh,
Hold
I
it.
paused.
Wait a minute. When you say
Yeah,
Unified Chat is installed, what do you mean? Inside your browser, you're seeing Unified Chat?
inside the Hangout on Air interface on the left hand side, where all the
So
uh,
did you install it or do you see it because I installed it?
I installed it a couple of days ago. So
Okay, so it's an option for you. That's good because I have another experiment where I
yeah.
just
So let
I
let me complete this little experiment that I'm doing. I'm
sure go ahead.
going to mute.
Go ahead and share screen. WeWake is muting himself because as he tests the video, it'll play the live video as well as the hangout that we're in, so he doesn't want the echo effect. So his test now is to see when he refreshes his screen, what happens to this ongoing video. And it's probably going to reset. Oh, it not only did it reset, it changed the position of the two posts. Well, oh, there it is, back the way it was. Okay, so the idea is when you refresh the page to check new additional comments, it's only going to do that to the entire page, which then stops the video and has the the need for you to start the video over again, so you miss some of the dialogue that's going on when you refresh. And not only
Yeah,
that,
and I think
not only that,
you,
dude, let me say something.
yeah.
And not only that, your comments have to be reopened because it collapses the comment stream at the same time.
Mm. And yeah, I was going to simply say that there is this live button here, and if you click on that, it takes you to skip ahead to live broadcast. So that is possibility, but the point is the comments here are compressed or hidden, and when I click on that, they show up. And any new comment that is added will not show up here until I hit the browser refresh button, which defeats the whole purpose of doing this.
Additional comment: you were
Yeah.
describing the clicking on the live uh, um, link in the YouTube video. And what
Hmm.
is it exactly that you, when you click on that live, I mean, other than starting and stopping the video from broadcasting, what does the live uh, um, link indicate? Indeed,
It in Yeah,
what does it do?
it takes you to the live, what's happening now, uh,
I thought that happens.
position.
I thought while the YouTube live event is going, it automatically takes you to whatever's coming live, the
No, no.
most
If you
recent
if you
event.
if you refresh the browser,
It starts
it
in
actually
YouTube
stops the YouTube,
and
and when
restarts it.
you reload the page, the YouTube has stopped at that point. So if you hit the play again, it starts from wherever it stopped.
I
So
see. So it doesn't update it; it just picks you up where you left off. So if you
yeah,
come back 5 minutes later and then start refresh the page, it's going to start you in the video right where you left off.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mm.
I know that
So
I know that when you're watching an already recorded finished event, it will restart you right where you left off, no matter what. If you close the browser completely and open up YouTube and re-engage with that video, it'll start you off wherever you left off. But
mm.
I didn't know when the live event's going that it would relocate you to wherever you left off because it's not recorded yet. So I don't know how it does that.
Yeah, it's not recorded yet, but it's that known thing where it is what's it called, live DVR effect. I think that
Yeah.
that I think, in fact, that is an option in YouTube. Probably you need to enable it or disable it or do something with it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's something
Uh,
that I don't know much about.
yeah, let me just check. I thought video editor. I'm just checking at the um, this one, youtube.com/features. When I do that and go to my YouTube um, screen, these are the status and so on. I thought there is one where it says um, you can um, allow the, oh, is it under advanced?
Wrong
Probably it
page.
is under the advanced.
Yeah. And it should be noted that this section, I believe, is accessible from the creation page and from the event page. When you click the
Hmm.
advanced status, it takes you. You have like two or three different options when you're in the control room, and then if you click advanced, it takes you right here also.
Yeah, I think upload default. Somewhere I've seen that where it says um, skippable can allow comments.
No, it's let's see. Yeah, this is the wrong page.
Yeah.
Let's go back to status and features for a second.
I'm actually clicking. It's nothing is happening. Yeah.
So it may be from the event itself if you go back to live streaming and settings on the video, but we're in the video now, so I'm not sure you're
Mm.
going to be able to adjust settings.
Yeah. 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 The other thing I wanted to mention today is actually I noticed this when I looked at Lowland's YouTube channel. Um, when I looked at Lowland's YouTube channel, this was missing. Upcoming live streams was missing on her YouTube channel. So this has to be added. Every creator, video creator, owner, however you want to call, you have to add this upcoming live stream that is done by adding a category. Let me get the right terminology. I think it is called as add a new category. I think I have as much as is allowed. I think that's why it's not showing me that. Um,
Wouldn't it be in your settings?
no, it's from this screen for her. For Loveland, we did it from this screen. Added, create a. I think it is called as category. When you do that, something like this. The point is, these are different videos that are there on my channel,
Right.
and unless I bring them up on display here, they will not be visible. So,
Sure. But don't you create that in my channel or settings or something?
no, from this page.
So
Yes,
obviously
yesterday for Lovelan, we went to this page. She added the additional category, and then it gives you an option to what to bring out in that category. You can bring out a playlist. You can bring up specific video. You can bring up the upcoming live streams,
sure.
or
So as an
the
example,
most recent video. So you can bring
well, I
up
want to know what I want to know, WeWake, is how you added any of these categories in the first place.
yeah.
Where do you go to add a category?
uh, I don't know. As I said, I think I have filled up all the possible ones. That's why it's not showing me that button, which is on Lowland's channel. We saw that button at the bottom. So rather than me doing this, maybe I can help you, your channel. If you go to your channel and do a screen share, then maybe I can help you.
Okay. So I'm just brought the basics of my channel up.
Yeah. And
Okay, you might want to white box me if that's the case.
yeah, I have white boxed you.
So direct me where you think I should go.
Click on my channel, scroll down
Scroll down on which side?
on the Others, yeah, right side, yeah.
Create a playlist now.
Um, no. Um, every YouTube thing is different, and on top of that, they are changing things. So I think scroll up. Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Uh, uploads. Where is it? Liked videos.
I think we're in the wrong place, but that's an opinion from a person that doesn't know.
Even I don't really know much about YouTube.
Well,
Um,
I've got the impulse to check out a couple things. So
maybe video manager.
maybe, but let's try that. I mean, that's the most logical
Yeah.
where I am, and I think that might give us some options, but
Maybe click on channel down. Yeah.
now
Um,
we already tried that.
yeah.
Add stream information.
No, I think my
There's
channel.
enable DVR.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's under stream options in the live streaming section, which makes
Mm.
sense. So it's
Mm.
under live streaming.
Yeah.
It's got the add delay option, but I don't think I'd got
Mm.
it set for that.
Yeah.
Make archive unlisted when complete, but enable the DVR effect is apparently what you're talking about,
Yeah.
where people,
DVR effect is the one. If you stop it, it'll. If
if
you
I stop
refresh the
it,
browser, it stops there, and yeah.
and so if I enable it or disable it, then
Mm-hmm.
it'll take people to the live streaming wherever the live is, versus
Uh,
to record the event only as far as they've watched.
yeah, but they won't be able to. If they want to, they won't be able to go back, which is
Why not? It's going to be recorded. They can go back anytime they want to.
they can go back after the whole thing is over. So if they, it's like saying it's a feature available. Why disable it? Um,
Well,
because because I might be watching your live streaming, but I might need to go grab a quick cup of coffee or something. So I pause it
so the
and go
essence of
away,
what
come
I'm
back,
saying,
and
we
unpause
wait,
it so that.
we wait. I know this, but what I'm saying is that if people are watching a live event and they're engaged in the live event with other people, they want to be current with the concept of what they're talking about at the time, at the moment. And maybe
Mm,
they'll go back and watch what they missed later. But if they go off and get a cup of coffee and come back, do they want to be back where they left off, or do they want to be with the current conversation? That is my question. And if they have, I mean, I see it just as valid that people want to know what's happening now and what's being talked about and be up to date on the conversation and not try to go back and
mm,
pick up everything that they missed, but they want to be
mm,
on the current edge of the conversation. They don't want to be watching history. They want to be live, live, live. So
mm,
I think that the option is something that we should consider and talk about.
mm.
I'm not sure that I want to enable DVR.
Uh, it's your choice. I have left it enabled.
I know,
Um,
but that's what I'm saying. We should
mm.
discuss what the advantage and disadvantage of the enabling of the DVR is.
Yeah, but I think if they have set that as a, I don't know whether you set it or I think probably it is a default.
It was
If
a
it is a,
default, but if I can go there and
if it is
just
a default, I would suggest leaving it there because YouTube is doing lots of changes.
yeah, but
So if you change it yourself,
it's
then
it's an option. We can always turn it back on. But what I'm saying is we should think about the strategy of whether we want it on or not. And so that's something that we should research from our audience point of view, not just make a decision or accept what
Mhm.
YouTube sets as a default. If we accepted defaults from YouTube, we'd be paying up the nose for stuff that they want us to do and not what we want to do.
Yeah, that's true. But what I'm saying is, some sometimes when software is updated, if you have done some changes yourself, then the update software update process has to take care of the changes you made, which may or may not be relevant after the update, but it would be retained most cases, and it may not be the might disable certain things even
Yeah,
after
but
update. So
let's talk about that. If a YouTube were to go through and do an update, doesn't that reset settings across the board?
no, not always. No,
So what is
I'm
what I'm
I'm saying that as a software developer myself, I've written
sure.
software and I have
Yeah,
it's like, yes, you have a user base where thousands of people are using your software, and you upgrade your software. When you upgrade your software, one of the things that you have to give serious thought is what
how people
happens
use
to
and set it.
the.
Sure. Okay. Let's discuss that in an exact case. So let's say I disable DVR, and then they come along later on, and they eliminate the option of enabling the DVR altogether. So
Mhm.
me disabling the DVR, how is that going to affect my account versus a person like yourself who has enabled DVR? What is going to be the difference if they eliminate the option?
Eliminate the option can also mean that they set it to a specific value. In other words, hard code it. It's no longer an option. It's
Okay,
what it is going to be. And
but in that case, is it going to make it a default so it'll change my setting forever because it's the only option? Me setting disable is going to be like in my case. I think that the effect is not going to be the same. But if they eliminate the option, of course, me enabling or disabling it is a moot point. But let's say I enabled something that the company then eliminated. It's going to change the effect on my channel, but I mean, it's no longer an option, so that's a moot point, right? So me leaving it enabled.
they might also make a decision as to okay, consider whoever has disabled it and allow them to have this option, or I don't know.
Oh, I see what you mean. So it might be selective depending upon how you have your settings.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, if you have and I see that those kind of things happening when I use Linux, for example. When I use Linux and have done changes to the way it looks, and let's say there is an update to Linux. When I try to install the Linux update, it gives me a warning saying that you have done some changes yourself. You want to retain those changes, or shall we put the developer recommended changes? You want to, it gives you an option, but it's done by Linux. And when
Sure.
uh, too many such questions are asked to a user will get confused and say, no, go do whatever it is. And So it becomes that too many choices often are not good. So many times I find myself letting the default be as it is. If my approach would be, if I'm going to change, if I'm going to um, update the operating system as frequently as the developers provide an update, then I would say I would keep the changes that I make to the minimum.
That makes sense. But all of these check boxes are there for the reason that they are options. So we should
Mm,
consider what the option ramifications are because, as I said, under normal circumstances, I am not sure I would want the enabling of the DVR in
mm,
either case, whether it was an option or not. I'm not sure I would want it, so to disable it might be a choice that I would make. I'm not sure yet.
mm, mm. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so where are we at with what you're wanting to display regarding the YTL category in it
Uh,
mobile?
in the unit mobile, I think. Yeah, I think I have covered most of what I wanted to discuss. The Google Plus is undergoing a lot of changes. As I said before, I don't know whether I mentioned this um, in the recording. I did mention this to you in the green room, Roland. You want me to explain
Okay,
that?
so timeout. There's before you go on from there. Let me explain. I just went to the YouTube live after maybe what we've been doing for 8 or 10 minutes, and when I turned the page on, I had to, of course, refresh, or I came to it from another tab, so it was automatically a fresh start.
Mm,
And of course, the comments were collapsed, so I expanded them. And the video, I went ahead and played the play button, or tagged the video to start, and it took off right where we were. It did not take me back to where I left off 10 minutes ago. It took me
mm,
right back to the live event.
mm, mm.
So it did not do what we were discussing.
Okay. I have just put another comment there saying it is 4:40 p.m. now. Do you see that comment at all? And I
Uh,
actually have um, pulled the comment tracker thing going here, but it is not really working. I should say it is working bits and pieces or whatever you want to call it. It's not properly working. It's a bit
I, could,
strange.
I couldn't get comment tracker working at all. It was not installing. And at
Oh.
this point today, I don't see the yellow beta yellow comment tracker icon at all.
Mm, mm.
But
And
before,
yeah, even I had those comment tracker things, and I see only four comments here, which are um, much less than what it should be. I see only four comments being picked up by the comment tracker, and it is not picking up the most recent one. So, um,
so which page were you installing your linked post from? If from this page in our community,
I'm yeah, it is picking some comments from the
from the
community
same
page,
from the
but the
same
old ones, it is
from,
picking up. Okay, it is picking up this one. Um, it is picking up this one and this is probably what I'm saying there is probably true in a strange way. Some cannot be pulled in, some can be pulled in, so it's a bit of a mess. And this one comes in. Those are the only comments that I see.
So do you think it's selective, or do you think it's chronologically just delaying?
I think it has actually crashed. I think it has crashed in a way because it's not showing anything more than that. Uh,
So do you want to extend the test to having a unified chat added? Because I've got one established and set up, I'm ready to create. But if I
okay,
join it, then we'll see whether two things: whether it can be added to a Hangout once it starts, or whether I can add it and I did not even initiate the Hangout. So let me just
okay.
try this as an experiment.
Hmm. So tell me, what do you want me to do?
Stand by for a second,
Okay.
and I'm going to make a chat. Click on your unified chat button and bring up a chat conversation opportunity and see if it installed what I created.
Okay, just a minute. Shall I get rid of this comment tracker then?
Yeah.
I have clicked on the unified chat button. It's saying, please wait, authenticating. It's asking me for room name. I don't know
Okay.
what that is.
I'm going to share it with you just 1 second. So I'll use the internal chat feature and share a URL that Unified Chat gave me.
Okay, so what do I do with this
Either either
URL?
either you can click the link, of course, but the room number is the long number at the end of that URL.
Okay, I I was just copying that thing, and it has taken me to uh, this.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So when the internal mechanism in Unified Chat inside the Hangout asks you for a room number, try that number I just posted and see if it'll take you to the chat itself.
Okay. Uh, oh dear. It's at 57. Uh, okay. It says you are alone here.
Yeah, it's telling me the same thing.
No
So
users found.
so there's a disconnect that happens apparently from
I would think that this is not different from um, what happens with the Hangout on Air thing.
so
Oh, uh, this feature coming soon. What's going on?
I think that let's see.
Okay.
I'm going to sign out on my end because obviously the chat that I made does not allow you to see the chat comment that I made in the conversation.
Mm.
So why don't you try from your end,
Yeah, let me. Um,
create a new.
create a new one. Testing uni chat on 7. Okay.
So are you commenting on right now?
Um, I have created one and it gave me a URL. I'm pasting that here now into the group chat within the Hangout interface. Can you see that?
Yep.
Um, if you click on that, what happens?
It literally takes me into a Hangout window, asks me to log in.
Oh,
So apparently, when we do a unified chat, it has to be generated through the unified chat URL.
something like this.
Here, that's a good idea.
Is that what it is showing
No,
for
I should
you?
go ahead and unshare, and I'm going to share my screen. I'll show you what I'm looking at. Okay, so this is where the URL that you gave me takes me here, which you can see is going to be one half of a Hangout, and
Mm.
then the chat will be over here. If I sign in,
Mm-hmm.
okay, let's see what happens if it takes me to the current live positioning or not. Apparently, that takes me to the live position, and it says share this URL, join. So if it connects me now, I should be able to comment right here, and you should be
Okay.
able to see my comment.
Two users online. It's showing me. Okay.
You should see the comment.
Um, okay. Yeah. Um, my next question is any of this recorded in the sense the comments and so on?
The comments are not going to show in the video. They are only available to those who are watching the unified chat discussion and commenting during the discussion or afterwards. Because once you set up the event with unified chat integrated, it provides the opportunity for people to comment before the event starts, during the event, and afterwards, as far as I know.
Okay. So I think what you are saying is this chat gets recorded elsewhere on some other website,
In unified
uh,
chat,
and it only advantage probably is it allows them to see the video live.
that and the fact that you can see the comments being made live. So when you have an audience and you're interacting, you actually see the stream of comments.
Mm.
Like
On the
yeah, it's
screen
very
on your, yeah, on your screen I
on the
see.
on the YouTube on the green in the green room. The green room would be actually integrated exactly with the unified chat URL. So you would be doing the event like a wrapper from unified chat, and then unified chat you're able to see the comments going on. However, you cannot display the comments going on. So the viewers who are not involved in the unified chat, if they're just watching from YouTube or an event page or anywhere else, they will not see the chat as it's going on.
Mm.
But you can
Mm.
tell people if you would like to join the conversation, go to this URL, and then you could guide everybody to the unified chat page, and then immediately they would be engaged in this screen that I'm showing you here
Mm.
and be able to see the chat going on. This is WeWake. This this is rolling.
Hmm. Yeah. And for me, on your screen, I think you are seeing next to my name, there is that yellow or orange thing which is admin.
Right.
For my on my screen, what I see is against your name there is this red YouTube, not logo, you know that rectangle with the play button, red box with the play button, which I would associate with YouTube.
How
Uh,
about if you share your screen with
yeah,
me
yeah.
so I can see what you're indicating because I don't know.
I'll have to screen share this itself. Will give the horrible. Oh, I meant this.
Yeah, that's all right.
You see that
Yeah,
red thing?
right. So that's an indicator that I am viewing from other than the unified chat room,
Mm,
which is
mm,
indicated by the fact that I'm in a hangout generated from YouTube.
mm,
So that's what that insignia implies.
mm.
So I think it's something that identifies the users and the participants in the audience, tells you where they're coming from.
Yeah, if it is just the during live it happens, then I don't see any difference between this and what you can do with Google Slides.
Well, this
Google
conversation,
Slides Q&A.
no, this is much different from the Q&A app. Now, Q&A app is different again, where it
No, not
allows.
the Hangout Q&A app. The Google Slides Q&A thing.
I know exactly what you mean,
Mm,
and the differences are that the Q&A app, you're caught up with the concept of you ask questions and they are up there for answers, and you can vote on which questions people are asking that
mm,
are more important, and more people are interested in knowing the answers to a question. They can thumbs up or thumbs down it, and if they enough people thumbs up it, it rises to the top of the column. It does not keep everything chronological. So
mm,
the use of the Q&A app has to be specific when it comes to watching the engagement of the people and seeing what the interests of the people are from the comments that other people are making and submitting to that Q&A app. So the use is different because number one, it does not keep the conversation chronologically set, and then
mm,
the other thing is it calls it a question, and then when you submit it, and even if you don't ask a question, if you make a comment, it calls it a question.
mm,
So there are some differences, and the use is such that we're going to experiment in Saturday Morning Marketing Smarties to show what we can use it for and the benefits of having it, and to see if people like the app and will participate in it and just how useful it is. But the one good thing is that you can display it just like a comment tracker statement.
Yeah,
And I,
but one thing I have observed so far is um, the slide itself changes slightly. Uh, Let
sure,
me show it to you what I mean rather than simply saying it. Okay, I let me open this. What I shared yesterday in Low Valance Hangout. Presenter view, audience. Oh, what's this? Oh, uh, okay. I'm saying start new. Yeah. Let me do the screen share and show you the first slide.
Okay.
Can you see that at the top it says ask a question at that?
Yeah.
Um, and when I do that, the aspect ratio of this entire slide has changed for whatever reason. You see black borders on both sides.
Right. I think that.
And if I go to the, let's say I go to
Well,
not this one.
I don't think the aspect ratio has changed so much. I think that's
So this one has changed. This actually is in my actual slide, the values, the word values on top here. On here, that is by the side of visible versus values. But
interesting.
when the this ask a question thing is put on top, it changes the aspect ratio of the whole slide.
Right. So it isn't the aspect ratio so much as the input, because it's allowing for the statement on top, the ask of the question,
Yeah,
um, changing the content arrangement accordingly. Let's see.
the aspect ratio changes. Uh, yeah.
It doesn't look
Anyway,
like the overall aspect ratio changes, but like for instance, the size of the um, actual presentation area, it rearranged your text. I agree, but I don't think
yeah.
the aspect ratio changed. The
Yeah. Aspect ratio as in proportions are maintained for the. I mean, there are pictures there, photo
the
of
16
people.
by 9 was maintained, but the arrangement of the text on the slide changed.
Yeah, and if I get rid of the audience tools, uh, yeah, let me show you this.
Oh, by the way, why don't you copy and paste that URL into the unified chat so that I
Let
can
me,
copy it?
yeah, can you see the screen now?
Yes, I can.
What I'm showing? Um, okay, so here is the slide normally, and when I turn on that questions thing, see that?
Yeah. Now
Do you see
copy
the
that.
change?
Yes, and copy that URL, and in so the aspect ratio didn't change so much, but the size overall in the presentation in the screen did, because it added that section on the top for the sake of the people who want to go with the slides.
Yeah,
So
I'm pasting the Google Slides Q and A URL here.
okay, and it did not allow the URL to show up. So that must be a setting. Go ahead and give it to me in the internal chat column inside the
Um,
Hangout.
and goo.gl slides in
Does it not let you copy and paste it?
no. I think it copies it as a image or something. I don't know what. If I try to copy, ah, It does. It does allow you to
That's what I thought.
copy. Yeah, but the thing
But not
is,
on the viewer side. On the viewer
once the
side,
hangout on air is over, if you go to that URL, I think it would say Q&A closed or something like that. So this is valid only when this is live. So now, for the heck of it, if you go to that URL and
this,
type something, let's see what happens.
well, this session needs me to sign in and it's not letting me.
Oh,
You need permission. This session
oh,
can only be signed in if you belong to the presenter's organization. So it's all
oh.
in your unified chat settings that's disallowing me. The URL worked fine.
Mm, mm.
So it has to do with your unified chat settings,
Oh, okay.
which I
Um,
don't know if you rearrange them now, whether they would affect whether I can
if
get in
you
now or not.
on your browser, if you key in that URL, it's not that complicated anyway.
Yeah, well, I just copied and pasted it in, and it took me right to the page, but it said you have to be a member of this presenter's organization.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's your settings on your side.
I think it is the Google Apps for Work um, restriction.
Could be.
Um, yeah.
I think that you can adjust who you're aiming this at, though. If you make a public event, it should be open to whoever uses the URL.
Ah, okay.
There,
Under,
there is a setting
yeah.
because I can
Now,
indicate.
now try. I changed it. Accepting questions from anyone.
There you go. Okay, let me try it again.
While you are doing that, let me
Yep.
record this aspect. Uh, yeah, this is the thing that I had to change. It was on Wake Technology. I changed it to anyone. It says allow audience members outside to view and submit questions. I said yes. And now when Roland keys in a comment question, I, there it is. Okay.
Yeah. And so and see how immediate it is. I really like that feature of it. But now
Hmm.
the thumbs up, thumbs down. If we make 3 comments here, when you do a thumbs up, it rises to the top. So let me make another comment.
What does it mean if I click on that present button? What does it do?
The present button either says, "Do you want to show it on the screen or not?"
Hmm.
So you've got it on high.
There it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Okay. I see. Just a minute. Let me do the screen share again. What shows up on the screen, on the presenter, on the um,
Some comment, and
hmm.
I'll say upvote, and the vote doesn't count until you refresh the comments, and then when you refresh the
Yeah.
comments,
So you made that question. So I showed it. Um, okay. Now you made a.
I made a second comment, and I thumbs up my own comment, and so it made that comment rise to the top.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it
So
would.
when I click on that,
Yeah,
that's what shows up in the, even on the Hangout recording. This should appear
right,
now.
exactly. So that works, and the advantage of this, although it does not keep things chronologically ordered, it allows the people to review the questions and whatever's being commented and state, because obviously it's not limited to questions. I just made comments,
Mm.
and but the comments are submitted as a comment, and then if they get the most thumbs up, they will rise to the top. If they get the most thumbs down, they'll immediately drop to the bottom.
Mm.
Those that are not commented on or voted up or down will just
Mm.
stay chronologically right where they are. But
Mm.
if people are reading the comment stream and say, "That's a really good question, I want to know," and they thumb up the comment or the question, it will rise to the top. But the way you check that from an administrator standpoint and from a viewer standpoint is you have to refresh the browser, and then it rearranges all the count of the thumbs ups and the thumbs down.
Okay. From the presenter point of view, from me, I see. Uh, I don't think I can bring that on the screen. Yeah, that's what I see. And as such, I have only the option to present it or not. I cannot actually click on these thumbs up, thumbs down sign at all. It's not an icon for me. It's just a picture.
No,
I can do
basically,
present or hide. When I clicked on present, it shows up and then it turns into hide. I click on that button again, it goes away from
right.
the. Um,
So that another option that I see is to ask a question anonymously, and if I do that, then it'll show. But the one vote does not put it above another one vote. It just adds it to the one votes. If something
mm,
gets two votes, it would rise to the top.
mm.
So that's a fair enough display of what the system is for Q&A. But you can see why it does not replace the comment stream as a chronological record of what the people are saying.
Yeah, that is a record of your anonymous third comment. Uh,
Yeah. One of the ways that I would use this effectively to display what people are saying is if we copy and paste, if we had like another person, if you were running a Hangout and I was the backup, or if I was running a Hangout, you were backing me up, comments in the comment stream coming from the unified chat, and then say, so and so made this comment, and we would display it via a screen share of the slideshow. Now, this is more mechanical and a lot more steps, but it's completely doable if you have a second person to manipulate those comments.
mm,
And we could
mm.
definitely display those comments live and then say to people, if you want to add the comments and actually
But
have the
that
opportunity,
whole thing makes it too much work.
it makes it too much work, but it'd be highly effective from the visual standpoint of producing the show. And it cannot be duplicated by anything else so far without paying some kind of a monthly fee.
Even this unified chat, one question I have would be, okay, you are using a third party website and you are commenting to and fro over there.
How are the comments preserved?
Yeah, how are the comments preserved? What about the privacy aspects? Are people aware of that? And it is a third party. It's not nothing to do with the presenter, nothing to do with the panel members. It's completely different. It's not even Google. completely different. So
It's a
I
good
don't
point.
know.
Well, we don't know, regardless whether it's even Google, we still don't know because everything that we try for the community implant, whether, of course, right now we don't like the structure and the functionality, but I mean, even if we left it in Google, we have no guarantee Google is going to keep our chat conversations archived indefinitely. They've changed so many things so often that we don't know if we're going to be able to save those even. So
Mm,
unless we are lodging them in with a special plugin in our own WordPress sites or something like that, the conversation is out of our control. And then even if it's in our website, it's only within our limited control. So the value of these conversations is extended by being able to archive the conversation, especially
mm,
because we can go back in the days following and review them, discuss
mhm,
things, and maybe have side chats with some of the people, and maybe have it affect future presentations or future discussions. But
mm,
all in all, we have to understand that the chats have a limited life expectancy and a limited influence opportunity. And it's most valuable when you're doing it live and you're conducting the chat and it will affect the live event.
mm.
And that's the value of the live chat. I don't
Yeah.
want to carry it on beyond that because I think it's a waste of time to assume that it's going to stay there or assume that the archive is going to stay there. But to have
Mm,
it around for a day or two or a few days and to extend the conversation as it will, and see what the people do when they respond and that type of thing, I think that's valuable.
mm,
So, well, one of the questions I would have is then if the video gets archived in YouTube and the conversation can continue there, would there ever be a value to redirect people to the unified chat page to carry on extended conversation? I think the answer is no. I think the life expectancy is you take it for the first day and the first couple of days maybe to extend the conversation from unified chat, and then from there you rely on the interaction on YouTube, which is going
mm,
to be significantly different overall because that's going to be people just running into the video and not being directly invited to it necessarily, but
mm,
maybe from a share or maybe from just I happen to come by and see your video. There's a lot more chance and openness involved there. But the live event is because you invited people.
mm.
So there will
Yeah.
be a different nature in that.
Mhm,
But I see value in both places. I mean, I see the unified chat being playing a significant part in the live
mhm,
event because of the nature of the chronological commenting and because it's so versatile. And I don't think the comment length is limited.
mm,
So so it can be as long as you want. And then I see the Google Slides as being a potential replacement for comment display, but
mhm.
it's more manipulative and you need another person. I mean, you're not going to be able to handle a comment
Yeah, I'm
stream.
actually interested in seeing what happens after the Hangout on Air is over, and is that what happens to the questions that were asked? Are they recorded somewhere on the Google
Yeah,
Slides?
I can answer that. When you bring up the slideshow, uh, it automatically has a Q&A opportunity that keeps all the comments.
Okay, is it does it remain
Yeah, it's
recorded?
archived. Yes, because it
Okay.
still has a URL. So the URL is linked to the Google set, and it's all archived and recorded or accessible through your Google Drive. It's all saved
Mm.
on your Google Drive.
Okay.
At least that was my acknowledgement the other day. I may have been hallucinating.
Um,
So I think that's a
I
pretty
went back. Yeah, I
test.
went back to the slides, and it is showing the comments that you made, but then. we are still live, so I don't know whether it survives the.
I can guarantee you if you brought up the Google slideshow again in a different hangout, you'd be able to display the same questions that were asked right now.
Mm, mm. Okay,
So it does collect all the statements that are made.
okay. Um, okay. There was the other thing that I wanted to cover, which is the AdSense. Um, let me let me show you the or read the email to you so that it's the AdSense for Init Mobile. So that was what slightly confused me. Uh, yeah, it says. Thank you for interest in Google AdSense. While reviewing your application, we noticed that your account information matches a currently approved AdSense account associated with the WEC technology. Since our AdSense program policies do not permit multiple accounts, we are unable to accept your new application at this time. So I don't know whether it is response to the AdSense application you made, or is it response to what? I don't remember.
It shouldn't be anything that I did because I'm not directly connected with the Init Mobile community.
Hmm. No, this says this is an email sent to initmobile.net at gmail.com.
Well, that's set up. Oh, I
So
see.
when you applied for AdSense, did you give this address initmobile.net at
Yes,
gmail.com?
yes, I did.
Okay, so yeah, so that means you gave that address, and so they looked at it, and then when I created this Init Mobile Gmail account, I had to give a backup address and so on and so forth. At that point, I had to give the Wake Technology email address and all that. So, um, so what does that mean for your smart SMM Smarties videos?
It's hard
You
to.
you were trying to connect the new AdSense account with your SMM Smarties YouTube channel. Isn't that correct?
Yes, I verified uh, the. By golly, I don't remember now.
Mm.
I'm really not sure.
So it here it actually gives me it gives it says if you need more than one AdSense account, please see this help article. Uh, or it gives me other choices. If you'd like to add initmobile.net at gmail.com as a login to your approved account, you can do so by following these steps. And it gives me a link. But when I tried that link, I got completely lost. So I stopped there. I came back.
Okay. Um, I'm not. I'm doing some research regarding
Okay.
Google Slides, but it's not being very helpful to me. I
Okay.
made.
So I think we have covered what we needed to cover during this broadcast. So I think shall we stop the live?
I would like to do one more test and be able to share screen
Okay.
um, momentarily. Let's see. Because I'm trying something here. If we do that, and if I take that
Mm-hmm.
URL,
Mm-hmm.
this is a prior collection that I did. And if
Okay.
I go to that new URL, this is where we send people, and all the questions are all fresh. So whatever whatever I did beforehand on my experiment did not get saved.
Mm.
So that's to me that's a deficit.
Mm.
I thought that it allowed me to uh, work on the questions and answers, and then it would give me the option to pull up the series of questions that and answers from a prior date, but I'm not seeing
Let
that.
me try that URL myself. Just a minute.
It's going to show a new set with blank comments.
u.dl/slides. Show me that thing again. D. No, not
You want
this one. The URL D Q U D Q F U D Q F U 4N. Okay. Ask a question.
so let me know when you've asked a question.
Yeah.
I should be able to see it right there.
Yeah,
Okay.
there it is.
All right. So if I go down, and are you able to click thumbs up on your own statement? Should be able to.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
until then you're not able to. Okay. I've done upward.
Okay. So I'm gonna click both of these thumbs up, and this should make yours rise above mine. So now if I refresh the browser, your question rises above mine.
Okay. Go back to the other tab. Does it show anything?
No, because
Go to presenter view. Click on presenter view.
right. So this brings up. So if I present that, and see how it adds it to the screen.
Mm. Yeah.
I'll hide it, or if I present that. So even if I did not initiate the Hangout, we can use the slideshow Q&A that I add, and the
Mm.
only benefit, as far as I can see, is that you get a live voting on um, the what's going on in the comment stream and the
Mm.
interaction with the people. and then you're able to display the statements going on.
Hmm.
And if we're in what I see us doing from a point of the chat is if we go there and we want to copy a statement that somebody made here, we can take that and then go to the Q&A and say, we wake. And submit that, and then we take the comment
Mm-hmm.
from the um, administrative point. Let me find out where I am here. From the administrative point of view, and say,
Mm-hmm.
I want to display this.
It's not turned up. Oh, okay. Now it does.
So, so you can see how contrived that is, and it's a lot of work. You're able to put up to like 40 or 50 words, and if you have more words, it reduces the size of the text to get in more lines and more text per line.
Mm.
So it's a longer statement. If it was twice that long, the lettering would be, say, half the size that it is, and then would also um, shrink down the size and add all the lines that you wrote.
Yeah, what I just did was from the unified chat on the right hand side of my Hangout window. I just copied the unified chat, everything there, pasted it into the slides.
So I put the
So it should
present.
show up at the bottom. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So I've just got the present initiated on that, and so basically it reduces it down. All the things that you pasted in there,
Mm.
and you got the 1, 2, 3, 4 comments, and then the one by the time that you were typing the URL for the Google slideshow, that one didn't show. So
Mm.
it added 12, 13, 14, maybe 15 lines of text. If you add that much, it's going to display that much,
Mm.
as far as I can tell.
And in this Q&A thing, once you pasted or copied something, you can't edit it.
Correct.
So I was trying to remove the blank lines in that what you are showing there on screen,
Right.
but no, can't. There is no way to edit what has been pasted already.
Yeah. So so really, it's got a limited use.
Yeah, but it is a good use, and I think.
Yeah, it's got some good features, and I think I can see using it when you get good at it. It can
Hmm.
be a very important little tool.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else you want to
No, I
talk
think we're
about there?
done.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and stop sharing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think we have covered pretty much everything we wanted to cover. So I think it's time to stop broadcast and um,
Hey,
yeah. See you in the next one.
sounds good, man.
Integrate.
Thank you very much, Wake.
Thank you. Integrate, simplify life. Thank you. Bye.